Here with Reaction, editor-in-chief of LifeZette, Fox News contributor, nationally syndicated radio host, and sometimes friend, not all the time friend, Laura Ingraham. How are you?
I'm just enjoying. I was enjoying the last several minutes. We got to get that viral on YouTube. I'm putting that on my Facebook page, featuring it on LifeZette. That's everywhere. But Sean, you're totally right. The double standard is so glaring. It's actually laughable if it weren't so serious. But if any of the facts that you just laid out, which apply to the Democrats, apply to Loretta Lynch, apply to the Justice Department and the Obama administration, were applicable to Donald Trump, they would be calling for heads. They would be demanding multiple special prosecutors, special investigations. And this is where the responsibility now lies. It lies with Congress. And people like Devin Nunes, who are trying to do the right thing, shouldn't be given, throw little bones to him, Congressman Nunes, who they tried to sideline on the other investigation. But this should be a serious inquiry into government wrongdoing and the use of our criminal justice laws to settle political differences. That also has to be examined, because we know, going all the way back to the IRS scandal with Lois Lerner and that total fiasco, that the Obamas were serious about intimidating the right, preventing them from speaking on key issues, and fighting back in every way that they know how. And the Republicans, they're always playing this genteel game of politics, and the Democrats they're out for blood. I mean, they are out for political blood, and they mean business. Well, I think you pointed out, a lot of them don't want Donald Trump to succeed. A lot of them don't like his policies. You heard from Jeff Flake. He represents not just himself and maybe John McCain. He represents a significant Chamber of Commerce wing of the Republican Party on immigration, trade, and going on to the interventionist foreign policy of George W. Bush, which some people might disagree with as well.
How do they get away with smashing to smithereens hard drives? How do they get away with deleting subpoenaed emails, 33,000? How do they get away with acid wash bleach pit? How do they get away with hammers? Do you ever take a hammer to a BlackBerry or an iPhone? How do you get away with sending the FBI devices without SIM cards? Why do I think I would spend eternity in jail and you would have to bring me a cake with a file?
Well, they don't have officials at their Justice Departments who rush to recuse themselves, number one. Everyone knows I love Jeff Sessions, but that, I understand why Donald Trump is not happy about that, because that did set off a chain of reactions that really ended up creating this whole special counsel nightmare for Trump in the first place. But Republicans play the safe, gentlemanly game of politics, and I keep saying this. They agree with the Democrats on a lot of these key issues, and they don't agree with Donald Trump on a lot of key issues.
So they're not willing
to fight for him. They're not willing to fight for the policies that he's in favor of.
They lied to us, Laura.
What's that?
They lied to voters in 2010, 2014, and 2016.
Well, yeah. And they don't like the fact that Donald Trump called them out for doing that in 2016. Remember, Sean, you pointed this out numerous times. Donald Trump won without the consultants that all of these candidates hire election after election. People who are now talking about talk radio and Fox News is the problem. They're all consultants who Trump never needed. He went on his own political instinct, which is a 95% excellent, his own wit, wisdom, and pragmatism. And tweeting and social media, he used all of it to battle them basically by himself, with a few of us who supported him. And he won.
He crushed them. He won.
And he crushed them, and they never got over it. And the day after the election, they began plotting what they hoped would be his demise.